Previously on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Hill, Tupac Shakur, Mo Hit Cena is your 17-time World Heavyweight Champion! Damn! Yes, my pick was Bianca Belair. My pick was wrong. I knew my pick was okay, but that's okay, y'all, because I'm surrounded. Y'all know what it is in the chat. Come on. BGM. OPGM. OPGM. Y'all done seen this beautiful black girl magic? Look at that. Look at that. Look at her face. She came out and gave herself her own flowers.
Mm-hmm.
She came out and gave herself her own, and you dumb son of boobs. She should turn heel. I heard somebody say she's already healed. Lady, hear that, ladies? I'm not going. I heard somebody they tell me that she was already healed. Honey,
Okay.
look at the girl and her roses. Did you see the injury? This is why she can't go heel. I say it all the time. This little white girl's dressed up like Bianca Belair. The double dutch? The double gizzy. The double gizzy. With the double dutch? And I don't even know who the little girl is. You
the
can,
little girl?
Are you going to? The most she's going to be, Honeybee, is a tweener. Go right ahead. I'm sorry. She will never be full-blown heel. She'll be just what John Cena was, where he just got booed, and people cheered him or they booed him. Point blank and simple.
Bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass. If YouTube or Google me, turn it up and play it. Cause many people think it. I just had the balls.
Drums, please.
Viewers may find the following video disturbing.
This ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Monday Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, just a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Welcome, everybody, back to the Mike Knoxxx Show here on Unpopular Reviews Wrestling's channel, as well as the Mike Knoxxx Show. Please like, follow, subscribe, comment below. Let us know your thoughts on what's going on in the world of professional wrestling. And like I said, people, it's a big show. The week in wrestling was amazing. Welcome to the season premiere. Y'all see a new background of the Mike Knoxxx Show. Honeybee will be back next week. But the beautiful, the amazing, the intelligent wrestling fan, who, by the way, may have a little bit of an echo in the background. Okay. She's going to join us today, and that is Michaela Wonders. What's going on, baby girl?
Hi. Hi. I'm excited.
Well, glad to have you here. Let's talk about this crazy week in pro wrestling. Yeah, you got something turned down. I need to turn it down. Yeah. I don't know if you got another window up or something, but you can't have another window up. If you do, you can't hear yourself. So, but we got a lot to talk about today in the world of professional wrestling. A lot of things took place. We had the SmackDown After Mania show. And in the words of Tony Danza.
And it's just, I hate to say it, it's just a lot of fun to play.
It's just a lot of fun to watch is what it was this past week. But last night, Unpopular Reviews Wrestling did not have a chance to do their Monday night rated R review show. So, hey, guess what? I'm here on Tuesdays mornings now for the next foreseeable future. Okay. So, yeah, I still hear myself. So I'm going to mute you while you're not talking. And what just a Raw last night. And I'm going to talk about SmackDown. SmackDown, I think is going to get talked about. The week in wrestling will be heard today because you got to talk about it. I mean, everything from Bianca Belair is a heel. You heard that in my commercial. To these NXT women now, are they on the main roster? Are they going back and forth? Triple H is running out of ideas. Let's just go ahead and cross-examine all wrestling, and that it's the females wrestling. But we do know they got Evolution coming up, so maybe this could be setting up something for that in the future. But we also got this team right here, as well as Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, heel Tupac Cena, taking on FACE Randall Keith Orton at Backlash. A lot of stuff to talk about this week in wrestling. Baby girl, before we go ahead and get started, what's some of your things this week that stood out for you?
Definitely the entire Seth Rollins thing, but that's obvious. That's obviously going to be up there. And the entire thing with the Stephanie and the Roxanne and the Rhea Ripley and the Io Sky and all of that going on, that's definitely on the list. But I enjoyed it. It just didn't give me what I was hoping it'd give me.
Okay, I see that. But for someone like myself who has the lowest expectations for a SmackDown after Mania, because it's not Raw after Mania, it's tried to be. They wanted to gear it since wrestling fans. Remember, Raw after Mania wasn't something that they came up with. WWE did not say, hey, let's have a Raw after Mania show. We, the fans, decided that. And it all kicked off. It's been going on for years, but that one really kicked off at WrestleMania 28 when Brock Lesnar came back. And that's what set this whole thing ablaze. But this team, and they don't even have a name yet, first and foremost. All right. But the wise man, Paul Heyman, the architect, Seth frickin' Rollins, and I gotta be fair, who I did not like at first, but I've grown to love since I did not like him in that first iteration of NXT. Towards the end of his NXT run, I became a fan. I said, okay, I see it. He is the future Bron Breakker. I love when Heyman aligns himself with the next big things in professional wrestling, and he did that again by aligning himself with Bron Breakker. No one saw that coming until you saw Bron Breakker lose the Intercontinental title. Then it became, oh, yes, these things are going to happen because I am an intelligent wrestling fan. But last night with Raw kicks off Seth and, looking like an Arabian Night. I mean, he did. That's just, look at this, looking amazing, just looking stunning, because that's what Seth frickin' Rollins does. He just looks stunning all the frickin' time. Okay.
I wouldn't say stunning.
You wouldn't say stunning?
No. His
immaculate?
Glasses were horrible.
His glasses were horrible.
His glasses were horrible last night.
Seth Rollins can go to the Met Gala.
Yeah, doesn't make it okay. A lot of Met Gala outfits are disgustingly
That is true. I did like that stand dress though. But they're talking their hot mess. Either you're with us or we're going to attack you and whoop your butt. That's just basically what it is. And so
or Sam.
Poor Sammy. I'm a Sami Zayn mark. All right. Ever since El Generico and Ring of Honor, I have been on the heel Sammy, the face Sammy, the extra heel Sammy. Uso Sammy is my worst Sammy, people, to be honest with you. Okay. But him, I'm going to be world champion one day. I'm sorry, Sammy. I love you to death. I hope I'm wrong. Okay. I think Big Daddy Cool tweeted out and said he looks like the guy from that saved Rudolph in the animated the claymation of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the lumberjack. He does look like him there. I can't even lie about that. But he comes out and he's like, "Who are you? What are you doing?" You're doing the same thing. And Seth is like, first of all, I want to love this segment, baby girl, but it didn't make any sense because we all know who Seth Rollins is. So him trying to appease to whatever good side Sami Zayn has just wasn't working for. And then, Bron Breakker steps in and goes, nothing. I don't have to say anything. Bron Breakker didn't talk the entire night. Okay. This is the Brock Lesnar treatment. Can he speak? We've heard him speak for a few years now. Don't have to now. You got Seth freaking Rollins and you got Paul freaking Heyman, and you just sit back and just look menacing. Your takes when you see this about to happen and poor Sammy about to get his arse beat.
Sammy, why? Just why? Why didn't you? Why? You're supposed to be like smart, and we all knew it was gonna happen. You weren't being smart, and I'm sorry, Sammy. I love you. I love your homeless attire. How you dress like you don't have a house.
His homeless attire. Y'all are just brutal to Sammy. What did Sammy ever do to you guys?
He dressed like that.
I'm confused here. Seth was talking like he was a Messiah. I thought he was going to be the Messiah again, Jeffrey. I did. I thought, where's the glove? You know, I was waiting to see it. I did not get that. What's going on, cuz? Let's be on Instagram for the first time also. But poor Sammy. Yeah, you got to turn it down, baby girl. I don't know if you know, that's what it is. You need some headphones. That's what it is. So during the commercial break, you need to get some headphones. All right. So after that whole debacle of the dumbness that is going to be Sami Zayn getting his arse handed to him, which we will see later on in the night, Paul Heyman, he's like, take this deal. I don't want to hurt you. I want to be a friend to you. You were friending. You got a friend in me. Toy Story. We all know the song. Says, hey, I got you set up for a whole title shot. First of all, dang, Heyman, you got some pull. I mean, geez, you got the man. He wants a title. Why not go there? This is the thing about wrestling I love. If you're Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, then you stay the course of Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn also has a checkered past. So when you have a checkered past, why not tap on it? You're in wrestling to get paid, to get titles. You have a title opportunity. As your shirt says, cease and desist is what Sammy should have said to staying on Raw and taking his butt over to SmackDown. Okay? What do you think about this part?
He would have been better on SmackDown anyways, no offense. No offense.
Listen, SmackDown, I think it was supposed to be a thing when it was on a Tuesday. Yeah, on a Tuesday, but not a week later. You know what I'm saying? People are saying the Dangerous Alliance 2.0. I'm on something different, right? The first thing as wrestling fans we do is the same thing we did with that, right? Same thing we did with Evolution. I said the Evolution thing, right? It's the same thing we saw the New Day. We saw Nation of Domination. Give me something different. Give me some. I really call the Heyman stable, right? Like the Heenan family, right? Like the way that the Weasel himself, Bobby the Brain Heenan, to me, the best manager of all time in wrestling. Okay, to me, Heyman's more than a manager. He's more than a manager. So I don't like to categorize him that because he's been an owner, he's been a GM, he's been more than a manager as Heyman. So he has a lot more pull than Bobby the Brain Heenan. So to me, pure managers, Bobby the Brain Heenan to me is the GOAT. Now they really want it to be what do you say? Now they really want it to be for SmackDown before. Yeah, that's what it should be. SmackDown before Mania. That's a perfect thing of what it should be called. And we'll talk about that in a second. Liv Morgan is taking time off to film a movie. Well, I hope it ain't the adult kind. Okay, as the rumors may have it be said, George, and that sucks.
Hollywood got her.
Well, that's the plan, though. That's the plan. You always want to go and get picked up. Seth was dressed like he was about to be back. He was. He had the baptism. That's what I'm saying. He was fly. You know what I mean? You'd have thought that's something Sami Zayn would have wore that he had on last night. Homeless attire. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta leave Sami Zayn alone. This abuse is beyond unfair. Bobby Heenan was a great commentator, and he was an awesome commentator, to be honest with you. Should Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez relinquish the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships because Liv Morgan is going to go take time off the film? It depends on how long it's going to take off the film. All right, because it's just this week just this morning I read Voltron has already wrapped. I could have swore they just started filming Voltron in like January. So for
3 or like 5 months, depending if they have enough planned already.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 months off. Yeah, they should give those titles up.
What do you think the movie is going to be? I don't know. Do you watch? Of course, I watch the show on Sunday. I don't watch it on Sundays because it's on Sundays. But I try to watch it, after the fact for sure. Then that's the damn truth. But after this, we go back to the ring at the end of the night as the baptism is about to begin. Sammy has a proposition. Proposition Joe wasn't available to come. He's, he didn't make it out of Baltimore. And so they're in Kansas City. Let me just say this, people, and I'm sorry, baby, earmuffs. You have nothing to offer but barbecue, you piece of trash city. I'm sorry, I digress. Just my hatred. You're good. You're good. That's all, Kansas City. You offer nothing, Kansas City, but barbecue. And he goes, hey, you don't want to take the offer? You're gonna have a match. You're gonna have a match with the future. And I just want to just say this, baby girl, if you give me your take on this whole thing with this trio, the Dangerous Alliance, the Heyman family, whatever they decide to call it. Bron Breakker beat the living dog mess out of Sami Zayn. He did. It was like Negan coming to town, circling around the RVs, and Rick and them guys had nowhere to go. And somebody had to go. And in this case, Sami Zayn became Glenn. Okay? Because, I'm sorry, Sami Zayn became Glenn. Because
Abraham died first. Say Abraham.
No, listen. That thing on Curb Stomp, to me, I've watched it now. This is one of the most vicious, brutal curb stomps I've seen in recent memory. This was they whooped his butt inside the ring, outside the ring, and they stood tall while they did it. What do you think of this whole scenario with these two guys?
I love that. I'm gonna start off because I love how you made a Walking Dead reference to keep me hooked. I appreciate it. Always grabs my attention very well. Always grabs my attention. But they demolished him. The Seth stable demolished him. And Sami, you should have took his offer like the freaking Shadow Man from Princess and the Frog. Should have shook his hand. Should have took his offer, because I think he hit him with like 3 spears, 2 in the ring, 1 outside, with his big build-up. I would have stayed down after the first spear. His spears look like they hurt horribly. Like it's rewriting your spleen into where your heart's supposed to be. It seems like it hurts, and he still kept getting speared. And Sami, I honestly wish you speared him more, Bron. No offense. I like Sami. Could have gone with like 6 spears, like how you just like demolish people.
Oh, my man with the tsunamis off the top. Listen, that was the best part of it, because listen, here's the thing about fans, right? So when people like Big Daddy Cool and Radar Superstar, Radar Review Show make fun of Sami Zayn, and I try to stick up for him, it's kind of hard because the fans are weird. You know the word. They're fickle. They were screaming one more time because it looks so good the way this man spears people. When that man does that run around the ring, I thought he was going to hurt himself and hurt Sami by them stairs and by that prime hydration station. Okay, I thought they were in knee deep in trouble about that. So that was great on Raw. I thought Raw in itself, this part alone, this is my number 1 Knoxxx moment of the week, was this entire thing, whatever the heck they are called. I am going with this. Moving on to somebody you loathe. Logan freaking Paul. I want to ask a question there to the chat, and I'm just being honest here, right? Because all the noise outside of the WWE is that people don't like Jey Uso as champion, is blah, 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 blah. And all I get is, in the words of the tribal chief, trash. Okay, because I don't see that, because that crowd goes crazy. But I wonder, first of all, Logan Paul, you lied. You said, I've done all it is to do in the wrestling business. You've only been U.S. champion, dog. You've only been U.S. champion. You haven't won the Intercontinental title. You haven't even competed for a world title until right now. You have no tag team titles. You have not run a Royal Rumble. You are not I forget what they call those things, 5-time champ, whatever they call these things, a Grand Slam champion. You're not a Grand Slam champion. So I do not understand, other than the fact you're Logan Paul, which he's Logan Paul, people. So if you're wondering why he's in this match and why he's getting this match, just look at his first and last name. That's all you have to know. Then when you get mad about his first and last name, look at how awesome, look how phenomenal, look how smooth, great, whatever word you want to insert, Logan Paul looks in that squared circle. and this can work. But it made me ask this question, is where I was getting to. Do you think Logan Paul can win the World Heavyweight Championship from Jonathan Uso? From Jey Uso? You don't listen. That man said he don't look like a champion. He came out with the black and white, got the yeet chain, the gold flaring.
I
You know what I
enjoy
mean?
it.
Got the mullet.
His side plates. I think the blue adds a good pop to the all gold. I love his side plates. I don't see Logan winning. I think it's just, every champion needs that one starting match of someone who's weak to lead into his bigger defending matches. So they're putting Logan Paul as that first defender for Jay.
Well, the executive consultant says future world champion. How soon would that be? Jeffrey, that's funny how Jamie Noble was watching his former boss, Seth Rollins, demolish Sami Zayn like that. What do you, I think I ain't gonna lie. It was something about the second time I watched it, right? Last night, really wasn't locked in, tuned in like I wish I could have been. Probably why I couldn't also help out with having a review show last night. I just wasn't really walked into it all. Just got up this morning to rewatch it to get more, let it sink back in and whatnot. And I just saw something when this man, even though Jey Uso held his own here, he did his thing, super kicked him. I don't have the picture. Well, when that man knocks him out backstage,
I thought his jaw was bleeding. I thought blood was coming out of his mouth. It looked that hurt.
And I'm with you on this one, like a consultant. He does look like a champion. I'm not saying that he doesn't. But no yeet merch for Jay last night, and that was shocking. Okay. And I know people say they hated the Vince McMahon thing about always wear the shirt, always wear the shirt, always wear the shirt, you can be recognized. I would agree to that when it comes to certain people. Jay yeet chain enough, you know who Jey Uso is, right? It's certain wrestlers should never come out there in flannels. Now I'm talking about Sami Zayn because people know who Sami Zayn is, so don't go there. All right. I wore flannels pretty much in the 90s. Okay. I'm from the Midwest. All right, Holmes. All right, Mono. Okay. Don't knock the flannels with the chucks until you see it. All right. Don't have me. You know what I'm saying? Got bad knee right now. All right. But I'm just saying, I can see Logan Paul being champion. I'm not thinking he's going to beat him this soon for the title at Backlash. I mean, it's in Missouri. It's in St. Louis. I mean, only thing St. Louis has to offer to you is the Lunatics and Six Flags Great America. Yes, people in the Northeast, it's better than Six Flags Great Adventure. Okay. That's all St. Louis has to offer. F the Cardinals, F the Blues. They don't have a football team or a basketball team. I mean, unless you want to count the Flint, Michigan Dolphins, okay, and bring back in Jackie Moon. Nope. Where's that boo when you need him? But see, I think he can win this title one day. That's how I felt about that. Now look at what else you hate. See, I backed this up on purpose with people you cannot stand. Okay. That's right. Jimmy Wang Yang wore flannel. She don't know about that. That's before her time. He is not a Hall of Famer yet. Who? I don't know who I call a Hall of Famer. I don't think I used the word Hall of Fame. If I did, correct me there. But Becky Lynch, who is a Hall of Famer, will be a Hall of Famer. Can you explain to me, little girl, why you don't like Becky Lynch so much? I'm serious.
I don't have a right reason. I just hate her.
Well, how you hate somebody you don't know, or even have a reason to hate? I'm about to get you an exorcism.
What?
Something.
I can't say her voice is annoying as heck.
Okay. You don't like her. I don't like women I don't like Irish women from Boston. They have the same kind of accent. I can never date a woman from Boston who has that accent, who has that Irish Boston accent. But she's Irish.
I've never liked her storyline.
She's from Ireland.
Her outfits. I don't like how her husband dresses. Like,
what does her husband dressing got to do? First of all, Seth freaking Rollins came out. I'm only a Bears supporter, you know that. I'm an Eagle fan, but from Chicago, so I still support the Bears. He had the greatest intro to the NFL draft this week, making fun of Green Bay. Her husband ain't got to do with Becky Lynch. Of course you did. Just wanted to say it. Okay. Becky Lynch is no reason for you to hate her, but the fans.
How bad she's happening.
Now, that's a different story. Okay. I got to say this. Stop the presses. I'm going to finally admit it, because he's still wrong about Bianca Belair. But damn it, Becky Lynch is now known as Becky Hogan. For those who don't know the story, including my youngest here, I try to tell them all the time, you got to watch more wrestling. You can't be intelligent enough. I mean, you can be intelligent, but to sharpen your craft, you have to know more. WrestleMania 9, Hulk Hogan came out. I might be wrong. Somebody correct me. I know it was in Las Vegas. All right, at the Caesar's Palace. I know that much. But Bret the Hitman Hart, one of my favorite. You got me glasses for Bret Hart. Is in a match against Yokozuna. All right, who, by the way, as kids, we thought he was all, from Japan, but he's actually an Uso. Okay, but his character was from Japan. You played with him in the game, Yokozuna. WrestleMania 9, thank you. And they pretty much, Hogan came and took his spot to win the title. So that's what they were calling Becky Lynch, Becky Hogan, for that reason, was because did I said his name 3 times? Did he just appear in the mirror?
On their feet, on the mirror.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh,
Sorry. Every time we say the word Hogan.
On their feet, on the mirror.
And like Beetlejuice, I said it 3 times. So I got to say it again. Hogan.
On their feet, on the mirror.
Kick his damn head off. We demand our apology, Hogan. Right now, we don't even want your apology. We don't even care anymore. You're canceled. I said his name again, so now.
On their feet, on the mirror.
Get the gunshots going. It's like the or clue bomb. Anywho,
the Invincible intro when they say Invincible, and then it just cut.
This girl came out and flat out told the fans, "Yeah, I did it to Bailey. So what? She didn't deserve it. I planned the whole thing. No need to find out who did what to Jade. Ain't no need for no story. I took her spot." And then she proceeds. This is where I do give the WWE today, right? And they've always gone with the trend. Anything that's really trendable and trend like great legends and music and anything else, you have to know how to go with the times. And the fact that they used the internet to know that Becky had this interview. Oh, God. What was that?
What?
Did you like touch him? What the heck? I thought those were characters from the Jabberwockies.
What? No, it's Stray Kid.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the Jabberwockies. So anytime she goes and they say, we know the internet's talking about the interview she had with Chris Van Plate, and she's like, "Oh, you up there crying, talking about I'm not famous. I'm not as big as Becky Lynch." Yo, I went from not liking Becky Lynch to last night off of this promo alone. Let's go, Becky. I'm sorry, yo. She came out and truly did that man's move and said, if I'm going to be compared to him, then I'm going to be like him.
On their feet, on the mirror.
Just don't be a racist, okay?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't listen to her entire promo because I did not care.
You got to stop doing that. You just got to. You got to stop doing that, yo. But anyhow, as she goes and spits her hot fire, okay, then the other girl you can't stand live. And this is all to get Lila over. This is all to get Lila
I said
over.
to Michael.
Well, Michael. God, that's my son. Yeah, that's my name.
Watch your words.
I mean, he's not an intelligent wrestling fan. He's just as astute as you or I. That's all. So get up. So stop making fun of your brother when he's not here to defend himself. All right.
I wasn't making fun. I'm just saying that's what I said. He was like, "Why is Lyra here?" I said, "Well, it's trying to get Lyra over. It's storyline for her. They're trying to make her bigger. Right now, she's
because it wasn't working." Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like Becky, I don't think Becky planned to wrestle. I think this is her being a friend to her in real life. And they turned this around, and I love that. And that's me taking you behind the curtains. I told you, being a part of the show, if you join the show, I will be times I have to tell you, beyond the storyline. But I love y'all. Keep innocent. Still keep what you get. I want you to always watch the NXT review show because to me, those are the best fans on our network. They never pretty much, I would say 90% they stay within characters of the show. And that's why they're one of my favorite shows to watch. But Lala Valkyria comes out, and I don't like Lala, but I'm liking this rivalry. I understand this rivalry. But this was even goated. First of all, Becky runs through the crowd and get away. Live Valkyria talking all mad junk, like, yeah, the champ is here. You're not Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the Goat Hill, Cena, Tupac Cena. No, you're not. Bam! Right in the back of the head. So you're telling me with all the hate you have, and again, we're going to get you an exorcism. You didn't like this segment at all?
No.
Boo. Somebody boo this. I need to get those clips in here. I need to get some boo clips up in here. You know what? I couldn't even, like, if you were somebody else.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
But you don't. You get A's and B's. So I can't even play that. So I can't even make fun of you for that. So just for you, and I ain't get one yet, you get a black girl magic dance today, girl. Get your BGM on with your honor roll suit and ass. Okay. I love this segment, absolutely. But yeah, that is who she is. That is who she is. Becky Mania has run wild all over the place, but never forget what Triple H told y'all about things you have literally no idea about.
The internet's not real life, right? And the bitching and the fucking complaining that is on there, it's not real life. Like you could read the internet and it'll sound like this thing is dead. It's not, and I'll use Cody as the example. Cody's already jumped the shark. He's dead as a baby face. He's like, really? Because I don't know. I'm in an arena with 10,000, 15,000 people every night going ape shit for me, selling the most merchandise. He's like, yeah, like, but sure, whatever you want to say on the internet.
Right. Becky is over. Always has been. Always will be. What a moment. You're happy, BDC. You got me cheering or understanding what you said, but I like it. I cannot lie. I'm sorry. I should have told you earmuffs. So I apologize. Just remember, though.
Breaking news. This just in. The thoughts and opinions of Mike Knoxxx solely belong to Mike Knoxxx and does not represent Unpopular Reviews Wrestling in any way. Now back to the show for the intelligent wrestling fans.
Now, as we go ahead and get through Raw real fast, we get to shout out to my man. I'm not going to get his real name out on air, but he had his daughter in front of the TV screen. She's a huge fan of Rhea Ripley, and she does the Ripley stomp that she does. She comes out. Oh, it was so pretty. We might have had the same person. Probably other people do that with their kids, but
mine was a
nonetheless. This was a Spanish friend of mine, but it was amazing. It was so cute to see it. I love to see kids love people in wrestling. But my future, the prodigy, Roxanne Perez, is on fire on the main roster. And like I said on the show when I was talking about it, what do you think about what's going on with this? Because this whole NXT, this is why I think you got to watch NXT more. Because these girls come up from NXT, Roxanne Perez and Julia and Stephanie Vaquer. These girls are the future. They should be on the main roster now. People had said this is why we believe they're here now. But I think it's anticipation for the upcoming female second ever Evolution pay-per-view. Your takes on this whole thing, because I love this all the way. And Io Sky coming out to help her? What the H?
Mind blowing. Because why? Honestly, if I was Io, I would have just sat there watching. Maybe sent Dakota Kai to go help her. But I would have just sat there. I'm enjoying it. I don't watch NXT, but I do like Pop Rocks. I was cheering for her when it was like that NXT pay-per-view for WrestleMania. Before WrestleMania, the whole thing, when we were in Philly, I was cheering for her. I was happy. I do like Pop Rocks. I love Rhea, so I was going for her. But it was good. I love the story. I love everything that's happening. So I'm enjoying it. I wish I understood more.
Going back a little bit, Lyra is decent on the mic. I think she's decent on the mic. I give you that. There it is. You know what it is. BGM all over the place. Michaela is definitely the heel of the team. Yeah, you know. To out-heel Mike Knoxxx is crazy, right? Because Mike Knoxxx don't want to be a heel. I just happen to be a heel. You know what I mean? But so I guess I call myself a tweener. Whatever. Get out of here, little girl. All right. I'll make you go do your homework right now. You should have said, what homework? I don't do homework.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm homeschooled. All my homework is homework. I will always love and support Becky. Listen, I think you have to. What's going on, Fernando? Becky, oh, God, I didn't read it, so it ain't going to count. Should not be the same sentence. Oh, Becky and him should not be in the same sentence. Elaborate, right?
I don't.
And the word is on the screen.
Well, I can't read.
What you mean you can't read?
I can't read.
I'm a bad father. What you mean you can't read? All right, I'm not going to say it out loud. Don't get me to make it appear. But again, I thought Raw was fire as well. I'm going to just elaborate a little bit on that because I think, no, there is no one like him that's her. right? In the female division, I think they are close to what he accomplished, but no. But I'm talking about how the world is spinning, how they're, she took his spot and things of that nature. Where's they here? I'm actually a bit annoyed. They spit up Julia's time in NXT. Yeah, she didn't get she didn't get enough time down there to actually really shine. They gave her a crappy reign and then hope she would get a second chance like Roxanne, and she didn't have reign. But no, yeah, and that's sad from that perspective, Shay. And I will agree with you on that. But I'm okay with it because they're on the main roster. And I know I got word, I think it was last show, I think on Monday Night Review Show, they had said that Stephanie Vaquer requested to go to NXT first. Okay? So he said on the podcast. So that's what that is. But I didn't think they should be in NXT because, and it's not, I mean, what let me hear is that. Yes, NXT because no one knew who you guys were. That's in the WWE universe. Not other wrestling fans, but the WWE universe didn't know who these girls were. But you quickly saw how fast they should matriculate to the main roster. And that's what made, to me, is why I say forget them on NXT. Bring them where they need to be because they're that damn good, as Triple H would say. Io needs to mind her own damn business. I agree. What the hell did Io Scott? She has no reason to go. No. Take her ass back somewhere and stop. No. Your takes on this, though. Did you like the whole thing with these girls?
Oh, yeah. That EO thing, I still don't like. I don't understand why EO went to help her. Like y'all were just beefing, and then you were like, "Let me help her." Like what? But I still love EO, and I still love Rhea, and I wish they never went against each other. It all happened from a misunderstanding of Rhea trying to help EO, and ended up making EO lose. So it's a whole thing, and now EO has the title, so I'm not really fond of EO right now. She should not have a title, but she should.
That's just what Shay just said. She's too good to forget. Why'd you forgive her so fast? They just was treating you like the little stepchild. They were muffling you every week. Like, get out of here, child. You're not even here. You know what I mean? Nah, get out of here. So I do that to my grandson. He like 6 months old. Like, nah, little boy, get out of here. Stop crying. All that crying. Want somebody to hold you all the time. And we do because he's just so cute. But tonight Io will be on NXT, so look for that as well as the NXT review show as well coming up as well. So we're gonna get through Raw. We take a commercial break here. And speaking of the girls on NXT coming up, Stephanie back here now. Do you see her any differently from what you saw her last week and when you first got eyes on her for the first time?
When I still saw her last week, I didn't know who she was, but I still liked her and just her appearance. Like I enjoy her, and I enjoyed her more seeing her match against Ivy tonight. I just don't like the horn.
The horn. You know what? Honestly, you must get that honest because that's me. That's why when your mother's a huge Maleficent fan. So I look at Maleficent in this when I see that. But for me, also initially when I see horns, I automatically just think demons. That's just a me thing. My mind is.
I didn't think those were Maleficent.
Okay, my mind automatically goes to that. Right, as long as it could be a culture thing. I don't know. I didn't actually do my research, but when I first see that, that's what my mind goes to. Right. But then recently I said, okay, it could be like a Maleficent thing. So I kind of just let it go. But Ivy Niles, again, shout out to Dice Man, the Zia San, the SmackDown review show. Always been a fan of Ivy Niles, and I was not at first. And Ivy is that chick. Like, to me, she is a cog that needs to be put in the right position, and she could be great for the main roster. I don't think inside, I want to compare her to yesteryear, but she got like this. As far as where she belongs in the archy of the women's division, she got like this Victoria thing. And Victoria to me should have been a little bit more over than what she was. And I hope they don't do that with Ivy Niles. But yeah, somebody said, are we going to talk about this? Absolutely. I need to talk about this right here. And someone wrote in there, I think the comment said, are we going to talk about Pat's great promo?
Patrick.
Let me just say this about Patrick McAfee. Yeah, listen here, Patrick. I see right through you, homie. Everybody else may want to understand and think that you all hip for the people, like somebody they call Unc that I would never call Unc because he ain't my Unc. So I always thought he was a fake. I'm sorry, Patrick. Yes, you are entertaining. You do your certain. There's certain things you do, Patrick, that I just don't like. I just don't like it. I personally do not want to see Pat McAfee wrestle Gunther.
Patrick versus Gunther. Gunther loses. Gunther leaves because he's too embarrassed to show his face ever again.
If Gunther loses he should beat Pat McAfee's ass. Patrick McAfee should have his ass whooped. It shouldn't even be a close debate.
What's gonna happen is it's gonna be Patrick versus Gunther, right? It's Patrick's obviously losing. Michael Cole's gonna step up, hit him with a super kick, and then Patrick pins Gunther, and Gunther leaves because he's too embarrassed.
I don't want to hear none of that. Okay. Yes, the promo was good. Let me just say that. Yes, the promo was good. I do not care. I like what the New Day was saying to him. Yeah, you got your ass whooped last week and your homies couldn't do nothing. That was the best part of that whole thing. I'm sorry. I like his show. He gives good interviews. Except for the one with Vince McMahon. I thought he was being too much of a mark in that interview. That's just my opinion. Don't like it. Listen anyway. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. But I did. Everybody's so quick to like everybody nowadays. I don't get that. I ain't got to like everybody. I do not like Patrick McAfee wrestling. I do not. This is the same guy who had a chance to go into the Royal Rumble, climbed up the ropes, and then climbed down the ropes because he didn't want to go in there. But he was going there against one of the most dominant, most brutal, most aggressive shooters in the WWE. If you want to see somebody get their ass whooped, go watch King of the Ring, where you saw Kurt Angle take on Shane McMahon. If I want to see somebody who can't, do it, get their asses whooped. So, but whatever, it's going to happen. Nothing I can do about it right now. But yes, the promo was fire nonetheless. Whatever. You know what? It wasn't fire. It was water. How about that? I'm not giving him that. Gunther will put him to sleep. He better put him to sleep he don't even show up on Raw the next 2 nights. That's what I better see from that. I don't want to see that happen. Let's take a break before we talk about SmackDown after Mania and the things that took place there. This is the Mike Knoxxx Show here on Unpopular Reviews Wrestling, the Mike Knoxxx Show, and many, many more. We'll be right back, y'all. You ready?
Vince McMahon stopped this man from booking a match. I don't know if y'all know, it's WrestleMania season. There's a story back in the day that Moxley wanted a match with Brock Lesnar, and he was like, "Hey Brock, I got a couple good ideas.
I really need a new commercial, Raw. If you're listening, Raw, step up commercials. What the heck?
I'm gonna bring a kitchen sink to the match. I just hate
But I still love this commercial
and
nonetheless.
Brock was like, "You're a fucking idiot. Get away from me." And I swear to you, in an alternate world, Vince McMahon's like, "Fuck it, pal. Have your match. But Brock, I need you to impale this man. Take him out." And in this alternate world, Jon Moxley gets domed by this fucking kitchen sink by Brock Lesnar and is done with wrestling altogether. In this alternate timeline, AEW doesn't exist because Jon Moxley doesn't exist. Was Brock Lesnar talking to the Joker? "Yeah, that's right, man. I'm Jon Moxley. I'm the world champion, but I don't want to show you my title because I'm too smart. See, it takes me 11 hours to get to Chicago, but only because I drove 7 hours around the block looking for the Chicago Airlines Arena or whatever the fuck it's called." How Renee, if you're watching, how did you have a baby with this man?
Hey, this is Matthew Brittle, the King of Bros, and you're listening to the Mike Knoxxx Show on Unpopular Review, bro.
Welcome back to the Mike Knoxxx Show. Yeah, listen, big things are happening, yo. Check out the Patreon page and links in the bio. Comment below. Let us know your thoughts of what you want to see and what's going to happen. And also, in case you guys did forget, it has been a while. So thank Katie for doing such a great job with that commercial. I forgot I had one.
Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
We got more than shirts. We got hoodies. We got it all. And we got new logos for everybody. Yeah, Patrick McAfee sucks. Thank you. That's all. I thought y'all told you to put the headphones on. I thought y'all told you to put headphones on. You do? Okay, I still hear the echo. That's all. Okay, you can hear me through there? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I figured it out. We got figured out another time. But listen, we are back. And SmackDown after me, we know we had the review show. This is the week in wrestling review. So a lot to discuss. 47 minutes on Raw was crazy. But that was yesterday night. But you gets nothing. Jonathan Cena told these people. He ain't even talking on the microphone. I love this. 2 weeks in a row, he gets this guy. Okay, the comment today. I don't know his name. Whatever, y'all know his name. I don't even know his name. It's not that important to me. How long will he be there? Okay, bring back Samantha. Okay, not there. So, but this is. I love this moment. All right, but if you're gonna do this, just bring back Rodrigo from El Toro Rio's guy. You know what I mean? Bring back that guy to do it. But listen, I love these entrances by Jonathan Rachel Rodriguez, Tom Brady, to Goat Hill, Tupac, Cena. I do. I love it. I'm still a Jonathan Rachel Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Tupac, Cena fan. I don't care what nobody say. I ain't gonna never stop. But Hill Cena versus FACE Randy Orton. First time I heard it, I believe I thought DJ said it. And I just, as soon as he said it, I was like, damn, you're right. Either between him and Vaughn. And I was just like, that is really crazy in a world where they've both been the opposite for so long. And there's been times Randy's been face, but Cena never been heel until now. I just think it's way too soon to have it at Backlash, but it's in Randy's hometown. I think a disqualification happens and it goes on to SummerSlam. Your takes on Raw after Mania and seeing this interaction between these guys?
I just have one thing. Why does it always end up with every promo, John Cena always gets laid out? Every single promo he has, it happened with Cody like 3 times. Now it's happening with Randy. Every single promo, he ends up laid out on the floor. John, please. But every single time he gets laid out, you know what it means? He wins the match.
Crazy in 2025 having that happen after all they've gone through in their illustrious rivalry with each other. I was watching it on Saturday in the background, and Orton was so damn skinny. Like Orton was really, really small. All right. But that's some of people's best Randy Orton was that skinny Orton with the bald head. They thought he was at his apex, pun intended, at that point of his career. But I'm here for it. I loved it. And then we get this. Now, I only wanted to show this right because this would never happen. Sorry. Let's do it. BGM. I only showed this because I thought it was hilarious, baby girl, that Jade posted a picture outside the ring where you got a kid, 2 grown-ass men, and a woman all just standing her ass while she's standing outside the ring. You got to see this picture on Jay's page. If you can find it, Dice, as I got my production crew back, please share it at any point of the show. But she is in this, and Jay tweeted it, was like, and I forget what it read, but pretty much read like, look where their attention's going. But Jay's in this because it's Raw at SmackDown after Mania. Okay, this should not have happened any other kind of way. So it happened the way, and I thought Jay did a good job in this match for what it's worth. Okay, but it was all about this right here. Your girl, Naomi. Okay, and let me just say this, baby girl. I know that's your girl. That's your so-called favorite wrestler of all time. Okay, I want to like it, but I can't. You know why I can't like it?
Why?
Because she says stupid stuff that existed in the 80s.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Again?
Proceed with caution. She gotta stop. It's like watching a terrible Tubi movie. Okay, that's not even fair. It's like watching a bad Tyler Perry movie. I'm sorry, what?
What else can she really say with her thing be caution now? Like, that's the best thing she can say.
It's so stupid. And I get it. I understand why. But she doesn't have to say it every single time. And the lab. You're mine. Like, come on. Like, I'm just over it. Like, make it make sense when it makes sense to do that. But every single, like, she's walking backstage and somebody says something to her. She's like, proceed. She's like this. Proceed with caution. Like, it's stupid. Okay. I don't know who told her or told them that was something that we thought would be cool for Naomi, but it ain't. Okay. Also on SmackDown after Mania, Suge, Sikoa, and Jacob. Shout out to King Coley, who's a Raiders fan. Raiders screwed up the draft because they're supposed to draft the Shedeur Sanders, and they did not understand that they're supposed to draft the Shedeur Sanders because they're a sucker franchise. So yeah, my future son-in-law, your franchise, the Raiders, is a sucker franchise. No one likes the Raiders. My grandson should never be wearing Raiders gear. Behind your back, I will put him in Philadelphia Eagles gear, and that's just what it is. Okay, the Raiders suck. However, shout out to King Coley though for mimicking his team, rocking a joint like this. The mom was looking. You saw that, right? The mom was like, damn, I ain't got that, honey. like, damn. Jay, even she even acknowledged what made it so much great is Jay saw the picture.
Caution.
Anyhow, number 42, Jacob Fatu, takes the microphone and has some things to say. Suge thought he was behind this, was going to be in charge of this whole thing. And Sikoa or Fatu had different plans and things happened that night. But this is the great part of SmackDown. So I'm going to talk about the match and what happened with LA Knight and McIntyre wasn't important to me. But this is the trash of the week. Trash of the week. I don't care. I have nothing against Zelina Vega.
I do.
Nothing at all. Why? Okay, you just hate everybody. Why do you hate Zelina Vega?
Okay, so you know how tall people are?
Yes,
she's
you're a tall
the same
person.
height as Dora.
That's racist.
No, I'm serious.
Okay,
Dora is
Mexican.
5'3".
Okay.
No, Dora's 5. Yeah, Dora's 5'2". Olaf is 5'1". Either she's the same height as Olaf or the same height as Dora. Either way, she is so short. She's just gonna get hurt. She's gonna fall in a little trash can. Like, help! I'm stuck in the trash can. Someone's gonna take her belt. Bye. She's too short for me.
Okay. Anyway, Zelina Vega, who here's my thing with men, right? I'm picking on men right here. So every female wrestling fan that's watching, Captain Shay and all included, this is not for you. So this is strictly for these perverted men. If Zelina Vega looked like Precious, would they still be saying she should be U.S. champion? Absolutely not. I'll move on. I have my answer to my question. Okay. Zelina Vega, I will give her credit. Her gimmick is good. I will never believe her in the ring.
I don't.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You actually say the word hate everyone.
I don't see the
to have a
hate,
t-shirt.
the word
Michaela
hate
hates
to
everyone. That should be a t-shirt
No.
on Unpopular Review. Okay. Right. I just don't think the girl can wrestle. I just don't think the girl can wrestle. And now, will I stand corrected about Candice here? Absolutely. Okay.
Right?
No, I'm sorry. The U.S. champion from me. Huh?
I said which Candice?
The one, I'm sorry. Who we talking about here, the U.S. champion? You former U.S. champion.
Chelsea
Green.
Chelsea.
Sorry, my mind went somewhere else. Chelsea Green, right?
Chelsea Green.
And somebody said, Dice said, "Hey man, you gotta look at her, dog. You gotta watch her wrestle." And again, I always tell people, I will say this: if you don't like it, listen anyway. But I'm wrong. I will admit I'm wrong. I was wrong. But now the WWE is wrong, and Zelina Vega should not be U.S. champion at all. And I get you could say, well, how long should a reign supposed to last? And yeah, I can say, yeah, we saw it coming anyway. But I'm gonna say, why is it coming anyway? There's no reason for Zelina Vega to be U.S. champion. There is no reason. Out of all the stuff that Micha did, and I'm not saying Micha should be U.S. champion, but damn, Micha put in work and lost every match. Table matches, street fights, everything else. And Zelina Vega just comes in here looking all purty because her husband came back to WWE. Come on, Zelina beat Chelsea 3 times in a row. That's trash. She shouldn't be there no times in a row. What's going on, honeybee? Should be there no times in a row. U.S. champion, new U.S. champion Selena Vega, because her husband came back.
Oh,
that's
him. That's her husband?
Yes, Aleister Black, as we used to call him. I personally like Malachi better than Aleister. I like Malachi Black better than Aleister Black. But yeah, he came back. Somebody wanted to point out that when he debuted in AEW, how Cody Rhodes had an all-white suit, reminiscent to Miz having an all-white suit as well. And that whatever correlation that just happened to be. So whatever, I'm not going to dig into that more than what they said. But then you do
everything.
Say what?
People make everything add up to everything when it's not needed.
You know, that's your generation. But then we get to the only thing that mattered on SmackDown, and that was the World Tag Team Champions retaining the World Tag Team Championships, the Street Profits, in their Shawn Michaels apparel. I guarantee, which I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to guarantee Bianca made this. All right. Bianca made this gear because we know she makes gear because she is beautiful black girl magic who deserves to make everything. And that just tells her what it is. It's what it is. All right. But just, I saw the SmackDown review show on Saturday. I was watching in the chat, and I think Jeffrey had pointed. He said he was happy this was not at Mania. And I would, one thing that they should have done is change her music, though. I would disagree with that. I would have wanted to see this at WrestleMania because I've been clamoring to see, and I miss ladder matches and big high-profile matches like this at WrestleMania. I am over the 2 nights. I've never liked the 2-night event. I will never like the 2-night event. It's never going to go away because they make way too much money from it because we're all idiots and will buy anything they say. But I do not like the 2 nights. It's too much, too much, too much. But by having 2 nights, okay, granted, you're giving everybody more matches. Okay, I get you. You don't want to have a Tony Khan fest and have 55 matches in one night that lasts till 1 o'clock in the morning. I get it. You don't want to have a Tony fest. I understand that. But to not have Hell in a Cells, cage matches, ladder matches, and those matches that became a part of WrestleMania that everybody loved to see, whether it was Edge versus Cactus Jack street fight, whether it was Razor and Shawn ladder match, WrestleMania 10 to the list goes on and on about great special novelty matches at WrestleMania, especially when you got rid of Money in the Bank. That was a WrestleMania stablemate that fans loved and looked forward to seeing every year. So I'm sure this should have been at Mania, but it was not. It was on the SmackDown after Mania. I will go back and say I agree with Greg Consultant. It should be SmackDown before Mania. I like that a little bit better. But what a match. Speak on the match, baby girl. Did you enjoy it?
It was amazing. I was scared. Like it was getting so good that I was scared they were going to lose. That he took the worst of that. You could see like his leg. I thought he was actually injured for a second. I don't know if he is. That he took the worst of that. It's like he hit it first. His entire legs hit it. It was a good match for it happening on SmackDown. I would have also preferred to see it at WrestleMania. It would have made WrestleMania better than what it was. I think it was an amazing match, and I'm so glad they retained because I was stressing. I was scared. It was getting so good. I was actually scared. But
okay, so I misread that. I thought he said he won. He shouldn't. It shouldn't have been at WrestleMania. It's too much for my wallet. Steve, I had a thing, right? So as a father and as a family guy, I have traditions. We don't celebrate any holiday before the holiday. He did his best as his spirit. We're traditionals around here, right? And so I told my kids, when you turn 13 years old, I'll take you to WrestleMania. Then the prices changed. And now I'm a liar. Let me see if I can imitate Steve. Best thing about the commercial. Yeah. Triple H. And I can't even do it. I suck at that attack. I don't know if that's like a white Joker accent with a little Tony Montana in it. But anyway, this was an excitement segment. It was the best segment of the entire night. Like it made SmackDown at the Mania for me. It was one of my favorite moments of the week. And And as we go ahead and let's recap the week in wrestling as it was, as the Mike Knoxxx moments come to a close. Baby girl, your final thoughts on the week that was professional wrestling.
Round of applause. I would have to give it. It's definitely amazing. I enjoyed it. Some things were a little iffy, like just the EO coming out. But nothing was really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing I can say was bad. Nothing really made me mad. So I would have to give it 5 out of 5.
For the weekend wrestling, you know what? I love Raw after Mania. We talked about that last week, but we didn't have a Mike Knoxxx show last Tuesday morning. I thought NXT was good. I thought AEW for this birth was good with Tony Storm. Was that Collision? I think I watched Collision this week. Was Tony Storm versus Queen Athena on Collision? I watched Collision this week. I don't know how the heck I did that. Good Lord. But I just thought overall the weekend wrestling was really, really good. As I see the New Day, as wrestling plays in the background come out, I'm loving what they're doing. I just hope they keep the momentum. So Favorite Gar is the best part of the week. Listen, Stephanie back here, I wanted to agree with that. To me, the best part of the week was definitely it's just been a good week. I'm looking forward to what's happening, what's going to come in the future. Thanks for watching the season premiere here of the Mike Knoxxx Show here on Unpopular Reviews Wrestling and on also the Mike Knoxxx Show channel as well. But listen, guys, I'm not the only show in town. I may be the best show in town, but I'm not the only show in town. We got something here for everybody. We have the Mike Knoxxx Show you tuned into right now. You got the Rated R Review Show with the executive consultant, Steaming Willie Beeman, Big Daddy Cool. Then we got the NXT show to me. I call it the show for the real wrestling fan. The NXT trio every Tuesday night. Then we got All Elite Women in Wrestling on Wednesday, talking about AEW Dynamite, along with the news coming in with Mad Dog Kelly. Then we got specials on Thursday when it's time to do something special. If not, hey, there ain't nothing on Thursday, but we got all the reruns you can watch all week long. Then we got the SmackDown Review Show, like I said, with Zeta Silent, Vic Damone, Junior Show be all back this week as well. And then the Collision Show, I'm not sure, tournament to be determined when that comes back. But then we also got something for you entertainment people. The Sinners Review was supposed to come out, but the executive consultant was being a poo-putt. Now, we also got Daredevil has ended. We got a lot of things here on the entertainment side. The Federation Tuesdays is back tonight. They got a lot of things. And also come back this week, we did American Pie. Yeah, if you like raunchy comedies and you're not too pretty to understand homemade or warm apple pie. Check that out this week as well. We had a special guest from the Federation as the next doctor joining, but something for everybody here on this network every single day of the week, whether it's Unpopular Review Wrestling or Unpopular Review Entertainment. But with that being said, baby girl, where can they find all of your wonderful content?
Okay, I have Michaela Wonders on YouTube, Michaela Wonders on TikTok, and then I have Wondering About TWD, no spaces, no uppercases, on TikTok, where I post edits, and then Wondering About TWD on YouTube.
You have a lot of channels. I like it. Keep the work going. You do more work at your age. I know people who are twice your age. That's all I'm trying to say. Y'all better pick up what y'all putting down. Okay, y'all better pick up what I'm putting down. Don't tell me you want this and your ass ain't doing it to accomplish this. Listen, we're going to get up out of here, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. That is crazy. We are out of here. Fingers. And before we go, I just want to feel like doing it because sometimes you got to pop out and show people.
Femi, Obama.
Previously on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
No, why?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black.
All right, but we are back. That's just a few of the nominations this week on the show. But before we get into y'all favorite segment of the week, that's she says anyway, my daughter's segment, Michaela Wonders.
Ladies and gents, and the winner is, drumroll please, Wondering About WWE.
Well, you guys' favorite segment won, and I've also been around for I think 3-4 months.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and
I am the EST of UPRE. Thank you very much.
And just for the record, y'all, I do not prep that little girl.
She just went off on everybody.
Breakout star of the year, Tiffany Stratton, Bron Breakker, Joe Hardy. We got
Hardy.
What's his damn name?
Hendry.
I hate his fucking name. Then we got the Mike Knoxxx Show, the NXT Review Show, the AEW Show, SmackDown Review Show, the Raw Show for Best UPR Show of the Year. I won it last year. I hope I win it again this year from the people. Then we got the Best Host of the Year. We got myself, Mike Knoxxx, Bad Guy Jack, Cactus Katie, Z is Silent, Venomous Vinny, and Executive Consult.
Who won this? You know
it's rigged. Yeah. Watch BEC.
Hey, Mike Knoxxx is the winner. All right, Mike.
You know, that's 2 times in a row.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
What it is I love this award. I don't think I deserve this award. This is 2 years in a row, and I don't want this one. But I love you for it.
That's like the only one.
All right, well, who is our winner, EC? Oh. The Mike Knoxxx Show!
It's all I wanted.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Thank you, God.